scramble and cater to cruise ship. Gambling with our lives, putting in all the chips. Those some big stakes. For a race of people who don't know their place in history in the first place, but we ain't winning. Sinning. According to who? Jesus? Jesus? Could be fabricated story tales written by Dr. Seuss? Or to make us pussy in the midst of the action with no protection or even pulse without his boots? If you hear the truth stand, salute our recruits. Honor your ancestors is like water to the roots, and everyone wants to be known by their fruits. So a noose is the only style we'll be wearing. If we are not working towards the cultivation of the minds of our children, they're like seeds in the ground. Let us water them, nourish them. I know this sounds like knowledge, but what we desperately need is wisdom. If you're wondering what is the difference, I'm going to tell you now. It is action. So a vision is what our people need in their lead to a brighter future is key. To freeing our mind, bodies, and soul, in turn giving us back our original identity. So when I look at everybody here as leaders I see, I will try my best to appear the same every time you look back at me.
It's called We As We Be, or I might call it Permanently Enslaved. I don't know. I ain't figured it out yet. But we'll work it out sometime later on tonight. Our minds are like slaves, in chains and enslaved by the system that teaches us to maintain their way of living, which eventually turns us into victims. Serious thing, I'm not kidding. How can you teach your child to be independent when we learn how to be dependent on the system that have us working for everyone else but ourselves, or but themselves? Let me bust it down. We work for our bosses, and their businesses work for the government, and we all pay them taxes. Relax. I'm proud of my job, so just cool. I'm not a hypocrite, but let me school you out like I'm playing basketball. Look, I'm working for me to own some assets, meaning I will take the ball, which is my salary, and put it in a basket, place it in a savings, and buy me some assets, like a land or a house. Then take the assets and convert it into cash flow. Damn, that's the smart plan, yo. And this is how the points will grow. Wait though, the cash will be going back into the basket, and I will call it extra earning. Are you learning yet? Wait. Anything that causes you to take unnecessary money out your pocket is a liability. Anything you own or heard that becomes a liability is like a false story told to you to impede your ability to become self-sufficient and independent. It's like buying too much food and before you taste it. Then you spit it out and waste it. Face it head on. The education we were taught is sometimes full of fraud or ass-flat. Wait, let me break this part down. This part I want some of us to listen to.
Start from Rascal.
Start from Rascal? Hold on. Back it up. Rewind. It's like buying too much food before you taste it. Then you spit it out and waste it. Face it, head on. The education we were taught is sometimes full of fraud to rascal. You go to college and you learn a trade or a skill and can't get a job that has something to do with that skill you've learned. In turn, it's as if you go, put in all that effort, and all of it gone to waste. Remember I just told you about that taste? We are engaged to the system not by our will or choice, but by the plans devised, but by the plans before our times, which were devised, wait a minute, typo. That's when you talk too long, you talk in here, you talk out sometimes, you know. Yeah. We are engaged to the system by our will, not by our will, or choice, but by the plans of before our times which these masters devised. There you go. Like rats, we are locked in a trap, locked in place, and faced with no other choice but to bear that awful taste. The taste. The taste is waking up every day, working a job you don't like. And even if you're good at it, you'd rather be doing something else, right? That will make each daylight in your eyesight more bright. We need to bust the chains, free up, like the soca song say, and then we will feel the true meaning of Bob Marley's redemption song. And we will feel so Strong. Strong. Redemption song.
There's a lot of shooting of a lot of blacks going on at the moment. It's not a surprise to anybody. And unfortunately, a friend of mine was one of the victims. And I wrote this for all the victims, basically. It explains black type of love. It's called My Love Is. My love is that clumsy type of love that causes you to accidentally, on purpose, reveal your hidden and most sacred treasures for only my heart to see. Our love is that erotic type of love that passionately persuades our hands to let the alarm ring one more time and one more time, until we have thoroughly kissed every part of what embodies us selflessly. My love is that majestic kind of love, royal in every way, never tainted, never unfaithful, unwavering loyalty to my king, sunrise till sunset. Your love is engulfing, ever surrounding, like the air. Even the moments when I don't feel it, I am assured that it is there. Every time I breathe in a subtle dose of oxygen. My love is foolishly intelligent, while knowing what I know and seeing what I see, and continuously love you as you are and not as I hope for you to be. Because you simply are exactly who I need you to be in the precise moment that I need you to be it. Our love is easy. Knowing our past, our mistakes, only equipped us with the knowledge and the love of each other effectively and correctly. So that we may love powerfully and passionately, knowing our past, our roots, our present, our future. Our love is black, strong, challenging, unmasked, and unapologetic. Our love matters.
That will come soon. Pain, did it ever good? Did it ever go? Tears, did bring moisture to my heart.